So sometimes this happens. I was living my life and I got really mad about what I was talking about. Like, passionate, not mad, both. I got passionately mad about what I was talking about. And then the thought came. And then the words followed. And you'll know if you've had them. There's a rule, but there's a rule. There are rules. There are rules against. There must be rules. There just is. It goes against the rules. Can't do it. Who would want me to do that? It goes against the rules. Like the rules. Like the standards of existence. Legal, moral. It doesn't matter. They're intrinsic rules, right? Like, isn't that what integrity is built on? An intrinsic state of being that is important to you and that you adhere to? We'll look into that matter. Anyway, if you've ever been living your life and you had the overpowering feeling of, but there are rules, and then you think there must be, right? And you scour your mind and you're like, no, there's no law about like the number of cats I'm allowed to own or which way I put the toilet paper roll unless you ask somebody. There's some socially expected beliefs about the matter. Or where shoes go, how to fold a towel. There are many tasks or expectations. There are clearly the number of children that you have. These are self-governed rules. Okay, so now you're talking to yourself and you've realized there are no rules and there are no laws and there are no moral standards. But I certainly believe this is a goddamn rule and I'm not breaking it. Nobody should think I should want to. They should just know it's in fact a rule. There's a rule. There it is, isn't there? Can't you tell? Now it's out in the words. There's a rule, there's a rule, there's a goddamn rule, and we're not breaking it. Uh-oh. Is this rule serving us well? When did we make this rule? Who made this rule? Who says? Says who? Says me, says I, says we, says us. Absolutely, it's a goddamn rule. You found it. Bling, 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 bling. You didn't know on this little piece of paper, like some other day, some other time, you had a beautiful conversation and you decided this is absolutely how we're going to live our lives. So we're going to write a rule. Everybody's going to agree. Sign your name on the dotted line. It's your mortgage too. We only have one set of eyes, one set of hands. We only just live one life. So, when something is important, we agree on the rules. And they're then embedded into action, response. It doesn't matter who's in charge. There are rules that the entire system is governed by. If you try to break them, somebody else will come in, smack you over the head, lock you in a cage. You might have gotten away with it for like a second while everybody was napping, but they're relentless. They're always watching. You're never alone. No. You can't break the rules. Like, it's not like getting a speeding ticket. It's not like, oh, darn, you got me. Like, they're gonna smash your hands so you can't drive a car anymore. It's gonna take you like months to get a chance behind the wheel. They're gonna be like, no, no, you can't go 1 mile over or 500 miles over. You get to go 0 miles over. There are rules and you must adhere to exactly what you've agreed to, or you don't get to drive anymore. Found a rule today. You see, we're dealing with trust issues. We don't trust human people. I don't trust photographs of people either. We don't trust images of people. They could be lying. You don't know what they're thinking just because they're there in a picture. Could be pretend. Alright, no. Okay, so we're gonna trust no people. And you kind of gotta have some trust to have therapy. So that's definitely an issue. But in fighting that and exploring that and questioning that, it was like, okay, we've read 1,000,000 words now and way more books than we can think of right now. And in that, one of the things that's like, hey, okay, what's going on here? The therapeutic alliance expectations. Like, okay, so you've got all these years of building trust in simple ways. Consistent presence, generally, that hasn't murdered you yet, is pretty great. Like, I've seen you every week, died 0 times. We're on a good path here because those are the standards to begin with. I no longer want to bring a gun to therapy. That's good standards of I haven't been murdered. I must be doing okay. I don't think I will be murdered there. I mean, I could. There are crazy people in the building. That's okay. We're gonna keep trying to make it be okay. Okay, so here's the problem. What was discovered was we're trying to add to the number of people being trusted. The children will find us. What are they doing? Oh, it was an adult. That's okay. We don't want them to find us either. We've already been interrupted. We might need to push pause. Okay, so it's so integral that the therapist becomes this model for safe, secure relationship. It stretches therapeutic boundaries, but doesn't cross any. That consistently happening for a length of time eventually overwrites the experiential years of no trust. Well, that concept just seems ridiculous. However, in an attempt to in fully understanding the feeling perspective, that sounds great. Yep, that sounds right. We'll spend 7 years with me trusting a pet rock because at that point the therapist is just an object for which you're learning consistently to expect the same thing from. to show up and hear you. Literally, a rock can do that. It's not meant to be insulting. I mean, it would be a good way to practice it. Maybe if I could accept a rock, then maybe I could accept a plant, and then, a person. Yeah, we should stay at plant. Plants are scaring me right now. I usually love my plants, but I cannot keep anything alive. I don't want any responsibilities or commitments, so we've reverted to plants. My favorite things. Where plants are lovely. So I get their need. That sounds like a lovely plan. I get it. They've got a great whole perspective. However, I particularly then align that to my experience and wonder, what do I need then? I have been married for 9 years, and so we celebrated our 9th anniversary and our 14th anniversary of meeting, dating. No, we had sex together. 14 years. We started dating in October. Why did we get married on our sex anniversary? Because of a special place. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. So, been married for 9 years. Took me like, 6, 7, 8, 9. My spouse is my most trusted person on this planet. But I'm pretty sure there's a rule way back. It goes beyond the memory of making a rule. There's a rule. I think it comes from when there was only 2 of us. That's gotta be 7, maybe? 6. Nine. That wouldn't be impossible. I'm sure the rule was struck by the time 9 was created. I don't know when she came. Where were you? Yeah. Well, I think back when there was really just Christy and Samantha. So 7, 8, 9. Sammy, but she wasn't a runner, she's just an existence. There was a rule. We only trust each other. And the more of us that came on board that rule of giving ourselves the most trust makes us, but we don't even think we trust all of us 100%. So everybody else's sketch, definitively, no. If we're at 90%, the highest you're getting is like, I don't know, 75. And if we've used it all up on you, we definitely got nothing for nobody else. So there's a rule, and the number of people we can trust is 0. And accepting that we trust our spouse, like, all the way, we could share the 90% or something. We're increasing ourselves anyways. We'll get there. That's a really mind-bending stretch that breaks all the rules. So if we're under like redesign here and the rules are like a little bit, then how on earth can we just go around trying to add more? More. If the rules are 0 and you got 1, then you realize a few more might sneak in there based on their own capacities. For sure, like some capacities. Yeah, it's like caps you have to. It's not all 0 or 90. Which was better organized. Put them in like little sticker diagrams or something. Like, sorry, you're at like level 2. You're not allowed to talk about this. No. So the number is 0, and then it was 1, and then like, what are we just gonna sneak in 2 and 3 and 4? Like, you're bound to be wrong. It took 9 years. I don't have 9 years to invest in every person that I meet to see if I want to keep them around or not. That's like, hello? Do you think I can stare at you for 9 years? Like, I hope we both have better things to do. Really, that could be the best thing that we should use our time for. I don't feel like that can be possible. 9 years of thinking about it. And it's not just like fun thinking along the way. It's a lot of time. To what end? Your reward is actually released. That's cool. Now that you learned to like having me around, you should probably stop doing that. I don't think I need that much time. Do you just get like faster at it each time you try it? Is there supposed to be rules? How many is the number? How many people should you trust to live a comfortably emotional, safe, secure life? How many trusted people should you count? I don't think there's a rule. I'm doubting there should be a number. That'd be like saying how many people should you have sex with before you get married? What if you do it once, or what if you do it 90 times? Is that going to make something different happen? No, not really, unless your spouse cares or something about what you did before. So, arbitrary rules. It's an arbitrary rule created by a childish mind that was divided and came up with a really good plan to trust nobody but ourselves. It's a dumb rule. No, it's not serving anybody anything, but guess fucking what? Until I got into a fight with myself about it, we didn't even know the rule was there. How can you fix a rule you don't even know is there? Been there for how many years now? Probably 30. That's a long time. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. If you're living your life and you're going along and you find out you have some rules that govern everything that you can't make sense of, probably fucking call a therapist, because you certainly have some things going on that you need to know about. Got it. Good thing I already know that they're going on. Yeah. Okay. It still feels unresolved. We'll figure that out.